Bueno, bienvenidos todos. Gracias por jugar conmigo desde mi canal. Soy Chex y estamos jugando a The Witcher 3 al DLC Blood and Wine. Estamos en la casa de un modista, espero. O no sé dónde estamos verdaderamente. Esto parece que está muy alejado de donde tengo que ir. Vamos a vestirnos para la señora Ana Henrietta. ¿Me explicas? Está claro que me he confundido. No es aquí. ¿Dónde es, pues? Aquí. Ahora sí. Ahora sí. A ver qué me dan.
Sacre bleu. It's a crime. You're from the north. That's painfully clear. Excuse me. There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
All jests aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
Vale. ¿Está bien eso? Creo que sí. A ver, algo que me esté bonito. Jubón elegante de Beauclerc. Jubón elegante de cortesano. Jubón elegante de cortesano también. Camisa y botas. Pantalones elegantes. Pues todo de Beauclerc. Niato de Beauclerc. Mi gusti. Me lo llevaré puesto. Adiós.
Thanks. I think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
El buen jubón. El buen pantalón. Y la buena bota. A juego. ¡Qué maravilla! Me encanta. Menudo gato. En total, armadura 3. Uy. Adiós. Vamos pues a ver a la... Jesús. A la duquesa. Mira una estatua. El callejón de la charlatana. Menos mal que no he entrado.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Farolillos, qué guay.
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style.
Lo que tengo es dinero.
Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but Just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soirée wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Qué guapo.
Let's go. Soiree started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Para que veas. Estoy en todo.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soirée. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaviri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
Es verdad. Lleva razón, Haskier.
Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Pues nada, que empiece esto. Busca por las alcobas. O participa en los entretenimientos de la velada. Me encantan los farolillos, qué fantasía, de verdad. Bellísimo. Hay muchos divertimentos. Uy. Ay, qué drama de verdad. El drama de grabar. Qué guapo. Fuera de aquí, Ana Henrietta. Ah, azul. Morado, de hecho. Caramba. La desecho. ¿Lo estáis escuchando? Que es una manifestación del alma humana. Del alma de un hombre.
say so? The painting depicts spiritual dualism, the continual battle between good and evil. And yes, how might
La respuesta es no.
Come, let's look in the alcove.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Not really. Ay, la absenta y los artistas. ¿Y ya está? ¿Y ya está? Bueno. Quiero participar en los divertimentos de la fiesta de la mantícora, o como se llame. ¡Mimo!
It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and influence. A metaphor? What else will they think of? If they can't
Sure
agree,
to be in one of the alcoves.
the line. A view of the constant struggle.
Do take care of the child.
Come, let's... Greetings, Witcher. Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Qué bonito.
Ah, how beautiful. The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Oh.
Impressive.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and computations. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but pretentious. So much time I spent polishing that one-man play. And Countess Raphael was there. That's the worst.
Wow.
Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation.
Uf. 100% related. Pobre hombre.
Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism.
Jo, he encontrado algo suyo y no lo puedo ver.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant. As for the style, we are busy. Are you sure?
Pero porque esos son alcobas, no son divertimentos.
Do take care of the child.
Don't touch.
The great one.
Escena.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Kaviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak But for love's sake, do not move.
Cecilia.
We came here to meet you.
Cecilia.
To meet me? But why?
Centurion Noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centurion Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it. But I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift. A heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look,
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life.
Me encanta. Pero ¿cómo leo?
someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone eating it once.
Seguro que fue ella misma.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
Looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Centurion, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
I follow.
We must throw off the manacles of form, venture beyond the bounds of cognition. It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such talent, exceptionally true. My, would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame he didn't come.
Need I remind you that neither did you?
About to burst from a surfeit of beauty.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Aren't they even? Because the right cup seems... But what if it doesn't come?
He'll definitely come. Don't worry.
How can you be so sure?
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
¡Qué maravilla! Todos. Me encantan estas mierdas. Me da mucho miedo que provoque un incendio forestal. Pero me encantan, me encantan, me encantan. Me acuerdo que una vez en un campamento de verano religioso, qué fuerte. La actividad era en un farolillo gigantesco escribir buenos deseos. Y lo quemábamos y lo subíamos y ya está. Era bonito, me cago en la leche. Y se fue al cielo el farolillo con nuestros buenos deseos. Me encanta como concepto.
Aren't they even? Because the right cup seems...
Cecilia.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
A la mandrágora, a la mantícora.
We must consider what to do.
recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you
Ooh.
for anyone.
Not so. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent.
Como sea, Emir me va a dar algo.
Swords.
Te lo digo de verdad.
It must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs.
Ana Henrietta. Ana Enriqueta. Es que estoy flipando. Qué nombre maravilloso. Celia.
That must be Cecilia.
No.
Unexpected.
We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
No. No te vayas. Ay, a que la mata.
Killed her, and went out on the balcony. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Bloody handprint. Must be pretty strong, too. It's his. Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil.
No puedo hacer nada. Oh. Oh.
Must have climbed this ladder.
Un vampiro cintriano. Vamos a verlo. Aunque Delfgar o Delfas.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
Maravilloso.
Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Links at a snap chain. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Bloodstains.
Qué miedo, cuántas cosas.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Looks valuable. That's not what he came for. Locked. No key in sight. Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably.
¿Falta algo? Algo falta, sí.
Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
Me atacan por la espalda.
Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
Pero no hay nadie porque era un vampiro.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail.
Feten. Aunque no tengo claro que es everything.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
Fell out of the window.
Just so.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
¿Qué tiene esa joya?
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Pero ¿y el cuerpo?
Interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
The wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether.
Adiule.
My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Qué fuerte.
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Oh, por Dios, siempre igual.
With some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Could be.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
Can't guarantee her safety, unfortunately. Especially if she's one of those responsible for these crimes.
Witcher, that was not a request.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally.
Oriana es una vampira.
I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. What might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most...
Quiero ir.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaf here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlaf believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Total, ¿de qué conoces a Oriana?
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renner must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlaf, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detlaf here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detlaf. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlaf. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
Y esos tres se quedarán bebiendo y haciendo sus cosas de vampiros, digo yo.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the Saône Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Suena muy bestia. Ella es vendimiadoras menudas. Ole. A ver si puedo hacer algo. No. Es que no estoy seguro de si pone 7 o de si pone 2. Es problemático. Ay, de verdad, esta peña. Quiero esta... Jo. Voy a ponerme guapo. Yo veo un montón, ¿eh? ¿No creéis? Plata, 500. Esta, pero no la puedo usar. Plata. Plata. Acero. Y ropa. Fetén. No tengo más pantalones. Bueno, voy muy guapi. Jo, llevo mazo cosas, pero ninguna es equipo de brujo. La toma del castillo suena apasionante y no la quiero hacer todavía. La verdad. Pero ¿cuál hago? Pues... problemático. No me he matado por alguna razón. Voy a hacer alguna secundaria antes de dejarlo porque se me ha hecho corto. Como no he participado de ningún divertimento. La guerra del vino. Esta lo quería hacer, mira tú. Corvo Bianco. Jo, cuántas cosas. Hacemos una de... Nah, no. Mira, un flautista. Os iba a decir... Hacemos una misión de Hearts of Stone. Pero luego he dicho no. Y... Hearts of Stone... Jo. No. Y... Puerta de los Tolereros. Qué maravilla. Más muy fuerte el castillo de Tuazán, ¿eh? Tuizán. Es muy fuerte. Estoy jugando tumbao y me voy a quedar sin cuello, que lo sepáis. Pero todo por vosotros. Voy a Corvo Bianco, que son mis tierras. Ahora. Corvo Bianco. Unas tierritas. Con mis viñeditos. Mi bodeguita. Ya sabes. Para cuidarlas, para quererlas. La verdad es que con lo viejo que es Geralt ya, es todo un plan de jubilación. Y lo digo en serio, piénsalo. Te quedas tu ducado con tus tierritas, te levantas tranquilo por la mañana, con el sol brillando en lo alto del cielo. Y sales a la calle en pelotas. Porque no es calle, es tu jardín trasero, que son 80.000 viñedos. Y tomas una bocanada de estas maravillosas de aire puro, buah. Me fliparía vivir en el campo, de verdad. Además en un campo de este rollo, ¿sabes? De llanura con plantas, con cultivos. No en plan un bosque. Que haya un bosque cerca, al que pueda ir a hacer senderismo, pero no que mi casa esté englobada en el bosque, porque qué miedo, lo paso fatal. Ay, qué bien, me hace ilusión mi casa. No. Qué fuerte que me hayan dado esto. En el suelo me enfrenté a una lamia, tío. Ay, qué bien, mi casa.
I am Barnabas Basil Fauti. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corvo Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great.
Fenomenal, tú dale.
I'm in good hands.
Tell me something about this place.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyard. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Y un paseíto por mi casa.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going. And when she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
The days pass. The pile of work remains.
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasure.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Sí.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
White wolf himself.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Qué fuerte esta gente. Maravillosos mis viñedos.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius full for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Dime algo, Barnabas. Mi mayordomo se llama Barnabas. Es que de verdad. ¡Qué fuerte! Hay un río cruzando mi hacienda.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Y ya está todo visto. Anda. Vamos a ir a la bodega.
During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Here, kitty, kitty.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it. A certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Y ahora, ¿entramos?
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. One must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Almost decidedly, sir. Question is, where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
In thinking about the outer walls, maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Hostias. Pero sí.
Hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything Anything else you require, sir?
Quiero ver cuánto me va a costar el terreno. Porque si tengo se lo pago.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Eso no es caro.
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yeruga. I will contact him at once.
Joder.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content by tomorrow. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could make the house more functional.
I agree. Yet I would urge you to hold off on further construction until the ongoing work is done. Juggling can be a challenging art.
Vale. Qué guapo, tío.
Thanks.
Me irá diciendo cosas para que tenga una super mansión. ¡Hala! ¿Ah? Espera 3 días. Espero 3 días, pues espero.
How might I be of service, sir?
Nah. Adiós. Pues nada, tenemos todo lo que queríamos. Nuestra casa está lista. Y solo tenemos que esperar. Así que vamos a hacer eso mismo. Esperar a ver cómo le devolvemos el esplendor a esta casa. A esta maravilla de terrenito. ¿Terrenito? Sí, terrenito. Que nos han regalado. Y conforme vaya haciendo misiones, y para acá, y para allá, y para acá, y para allá, pues me irán llegando cosis y será más bonita. Lo veremos poco a poco. De momento voy a ir a mis viñedos porque me apetece. Míralos. Estos son, ay, qué maravilla. Preciosos. Preciosos. Pues nada, lo dejamos aquí y nos vemos en el siguiente episodio, en el que ahora sí, bueno, esperaré unos días para ver lo de la reforma, que me llama la atención, y luego os enseño mi casa, os hago un room tour. ¿Queréis que deje esta misión para hacerla fuera de cámaras y luego os enseño el resultado final? Si me dice más cosas, a lo mejor me construyo una super mansión. Me encantaría, la verdad. Bueno, poco a poco. De momento lo dejamos aquí. Nos vemos en el siguiente episodio. Un besazo a todos. Os quiero.